Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It's been a week since I've been out in the greenhouse doing a little videoing. So last Monday I showed you what we're working on, planting some more lettuce and different things like that. So I thought I'd show you a 1 week update on everything that's sprouted and come up since then, and I'll give you a little idea of what we're going to be doing today. So here we are, another Monday. It's going to be hot, 93 today I believe, 95 tomorrow for the high. So it's getting back into some hot weather. Here we go again. Summer's here and it's sticking around. So let me go ahead and turn you around and I'll show you what we got going on today. So as you can see, that's the spinach. The first 3 rows has sprouted, come up, and then we got romaine lettuce and some other leaf lettuce. And then 3 rows there, another lettuce that didn't come up yet. There's a couple that came up. It's a garden blend, I believe it is. That didn't come up too well, but all of the onions have sprouted. They're all coming up good. And then we have basil, oregano, and what was the other one? Cilantro. That didn't come up yet at all either. So I think just too hot. I don't think I'm going to get much out of it. I'm just taking a chance here in the summertime trying to get this stuff to come up. So got to keep it shaded as much as possible and keep it wet. So I'm going to water it probably twice a day. And we'll see how it goes. But if you can see, the broccoli is all coming up. So we got some pretty good broccoli everywhere. So we got that going for us. What I'm going to do today is I'm coming out just to thin out. I planted it really thick because I didn't think it would grow, but since it did pretty good, I'm going to go ahead and thin it out. But I'm going to do the really thick method of planting. So I'm going to probably have them about a 1/2 inch apart on the spacing so that it fills in and covers the ground. So we'll high intensity planting is what they call it. So I'm going to do that method and see how it goes. I don't know if anybody's done it on the spinach before, but I know on the lettuce they have. So we're going to try that out, but thin it out to about a 1/2 inch apart and just let it grow. And same with the basil, oregano, and all that. So hi, Dakota. Hi, come on, let's go outside. Out. Good girl. Stay out. Good girl. Sorry about that. She's happy. She just got outside. I know. She loves coming in here, but she gets into everything. So, all right, another thing that we're going to do. If you remember, I planted these tomatoes. They were compost tomatoes, so they grew in my compost pile, and I just decided to let them grow and see what happened. But they all have tomatoes on them, but they're all fairly small, and they've been attacked by worms, completely just wiping them out. So what I'm going to do, I don't need these tomatoes over here. I have so many, it's really crazy. So what I'm going to do is get rid of these and make room for something else. I like broccoli, so I'm going to put some more broccoli in and maybe some lettuce. But as you can see, the other tomatoes are doing great. The Roma tomatoes, they're all doing really good. I think we're starting to get a little color on these back here. So they're starting to change. But the cherry tomatoes are all doing really good. I'm going to pick some today, take them in, get ready for a salad. So, and they're almost 10 foot tall now. So the cherry tomatoes and Roma tomatoes are doing great. So I want to do some picking on that. And of course the cucumbers, they're still doing great. So I got a lot of small cucumbers. We picked a bunch, but all of them right now are about that size. You know, they're pickling size. We got a bunch of them. If you just get in there and look for them, you'll find them. But for the cucumbers, they're still growing wild like crazy. So we're just going to let those keep going. The green beans have lost their energy. So all the green beans, this whole row going down, I want to pick what's left, and then I'm going to get rid of the green beans. And we'll probably put lettuce in there. Or no, sorry, I changed my mind. I'm going to do carrots. I'll put carrots all the way down through here. So another thing that I'm going to change out either today or tomorrow. I'm going to try to get as much done today as possible. And I got to get in here and pick some tomatoes. You can see all the red tomatoes now. They're all ready to go. That big one. So let me get out of here and I'll take you around to the tomatoes again. We got some huge tomatoes. And then all the green tomatoes up higher. They're all getting big too. But we got a lot of tomatoes to pick today. So I want to do that. And then also, I think I'm going to go ahead and change the compost. I'm going to put all this compost pile into that compost pile and see if I can get potatoes out of there. All these potatoes have been growing really good and they started dying off. Right now because of the rain I think they came back, but I think I want to go ahead and switch it out and just see how big the potatoes have gotten. Got another tomato plant growing. But I'm going to go ahead and switch it out. I'm going to move it over to that bin. So we'll see how many potatoes I get out of there this week. The other thing that I'm going to do, I got potato seeds. So I'm going to go ahead and grab those, as many as I can find, and hopefully get some potato seeds, some real potato seeds, and grow from that. They should have about 20 or 30 seeds in each little pod, so I'll see what I can do with that. And then other than that, oh, these morning glories, they are all getting ready to bloom. There's blooms everywhere that I look on these things, so I'm getting excited for this whole thing just to turn blue. It's gonna be awesome. And last but not least, you can see the watermelon and cantaloupe are spreading like crazy. So getting excited for that. So anyway, I'm going to get off here for now, and I will give you an update in just a little while. I'll talk to you in a bit. Something else I want to add into this video is I'm starting to gather old trampolines that people are giving away. So I'm just going and picking up the old trampolines that they have, and I'm going to make a big hoop house out of it after I'm done. So right now I have one trampoline, and I found 3 more on Facebook Marketplace that I'm going to go pick up as soon as possible. I'm going to keep on looking for them until I get enough to get a 60-foot hoop house built. So all I'm doing is just using materials that I can get for free. So it'll take place of that little area where the watermelons and cantaloupe are. So what I'll do is start right here, and it'll go back 60 foot. So that'll be the next thing. I'm going to go ahead and put a new hoop house up as soon as possible. So then after I get done with that, I still have another 20-foot wide section right here that I'll turn into a garden. So all this will be my gardening area. I'll have my hoop house, and then that'll turn into a nursery. So wanted to give you an update on that, on what I'm really doing. I'm just collecting old trampolines that people are giving away for free and turn them into something that I'll be able to use for years to come. So just wanted to give you an update on that. That's next. I'll talk to you soon. I think the spinach might be a little bit too soon to go ahead and thin out, so I'm going to leave the spinach the way it is. I have a hard time growing spinach and I don't want to lose it. If I thin out too much, I'm not sure what will happen. But on the lettuce, I'm just going to go ahead and start thinning out what's really close together and just get rid of whatever I think is smaller than the other ones. And I'm just going to do that all the way down on all these rows. This big old clump here, that'd never grow all this stuff. So that's what I'm doing now. But I'll just do that on all these, thin these out to where I have them about a ½ inch apart. And like the spinach, they're already pretty close to ½ inch apart. I just got to get a couple of those little clumps out, but I'm going to wait on the spinach. It's too hard to grow. The lettuce, no big deal. I can do that, and still I can plant in between later on if I need to. So just a little update on what I'm doing there, and I'll give you a view of what it looks like after I'm done with it. So let me get back to it. Look at the size of these tomatoes. They're just huge. Can't believe that. Single tomato. Suckers are massive. Got a couple that have the split from water. They were in the rain and got too much rainwater, so a lot of them are really good, except for a little bit of a splitting. Huge tomatoes though. Man, come on. Those suckers are huge. Love growing tomatoes. Well, I just came out and picked a couple days ago, so I didn't have much, but those are the ones that I missed. So I got another little 1 meal worth of green beans. So that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and put carrots in there next, so all that'll be carrots. That's next on the list. Alright, I decided to wait on some of these. I'm not gonna thin them out just yet. I started thinning out, but they were just too small, and I'm not sure if they're gonna make it, so I wanna give them a chance and let the good ones stay and get rid of the other ones. But this is what we got just in 1 week, so give it a few more days and we'll let it go from there. So onions are coming up good. Still no parsley or oregano or cilantro. Got a couple coming up right there in that spot. That's another lettuce, but not doing too much. So what I'm going to work on today is build another border for the raised beds here. Not going to be too hard. I'm just going to use the same material that I used to build this siding. This stuff right here. So I'm just going to put some of that together and build a raised bed out of that. So that's going to be the project for the day. So alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get off here, and I'll do another video on the progress on the new raised beds and putting the carrots in. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.